Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host LovelyCheesePizza here. Welcome back to me probably raging out at some point during this episode right here on Gran Turismo Sport, where last time I did just that for a really long time off camera. I had people asking if I would show the other 30-something odd minutes that I spent just having an absolute conniption fit in this room, but I basically deleted it right after I, edited the thing down, so I don't have any accessibility to that, but I mean, it really wouldn't have been as interesting for you guys as you're probably thinking. For me, and well, as I jump into something, I don't want to sit here and keep you guys forever. For me, when I rage out when I play games, like, I'll do what I was doing for a time. There's a certain amount of time where I'll be just like, what the fuck is going on? And just basically melting down from the inside out. But there's always that moment for me that when it gets so profoundly bad that I will just go totally silent for whatever amount. That's a Volkswagen Scirocco. What the fuck? I didn't know they were making that car anymore, as Stewie Griffin told us many years ago. It's the keys to a Volkswagen Scirocco. They don't make this anymore. They don't make this car anymore. Whose key could this possibly be? I've never even seen a Volkswagen Scirocco before. This is fucking cool. I'm finally getting to drive one of these for a change. And it's a cool looking car. Kind of looks like a little bit of a mix between maybe like a Golf and a Rabbit, perhaps. Oh, damn it. Okay, this one's not going to be super bad. I decelerated at a time where I probably didn't need to. Yeah, decelerate if you don't think you'll make the turn. Well, I did that. And I probably didn't need to did that. There we go. Yeah, that's going to get it. That's going to get it. Cool. Yeah, look at that little car. That thing's cool looking. I like it. We can exit now. By the way, let me just give you this to chew on, in case you were looking for something obscure to hear out of your ear holes today, that I just found out about. And I think the best way for this to be the most alarming is to just hear the tagline of this article that I just read on NPR. Let me scroll up so you can see it. Human feet still washing up in the Pacific Northwest, but don't panic. Because who the fuck would panic when you're... Like, imagine being the person that had to find out that information. You're just taking a nice stroll on the beach with your girlfriend or your dogs or whatever, and either your girlfriend is like, what the fuck? There's a foot right there! Or your dog just runs over and, while you're not paying attention, just grabs this human foot and brings it back over to you. What the like... Why is it just human feet that are coming up? Like, what's the cause of this? And I guess this is like the 12th or 13th foot that's washed up ashore in like the state of Washington, and I think in Canada also in the last 10 years, which is just totally absurd. Like, is there a certain serial foot chopper offer that we're gonna find out about on like an episode of Forensic Files here soon? They found the bloody foot in the back of his Volkswagen Scirocco. They didn't know what to do with it. They didn't know who the feet belonged to, but I guess if they would have gone to the local morgue, they probably would have found a person that only had one foot. That's just weird. They're just random-ass human feet. And it says, the most recent foot with the lower leg bones, with the tibia and fibula attached still, was encountered by a man walking with his dogs in the town of Jordan River. So his dogs probably went and picked the fucking thing up and brought it over to him, and he's like, oh, yeah, that's real good. This is not quite the game of fetch I was planning on having with you, but it just seems weird. It's very, yeah. Basically, feet. This is what the article says. Basically, feet washing up in the Pacific Northwest, while not an everyday occurrence, is not particularly unusual. let alone a sign of something sinister. How is that not a sign of something sinister? People are losing their fucking feet, and they're just washing up ashore. Like, is that like the new Dexter thing? You instead of, going and chopping them up in your little kill rooms, you take them out on your boat and you hack their feet off and then throw them in the fucking ocean, and then their discarded feet just casually just right up on the. That just doesn't seem good at all. Oh boy, that is fantastic. What car are we driving? It sounded like it was like an Atenza Grade 4. Interesting. I don't think I've ever heard of an Atenza either. There's definitely some cars in this game that we've been driving that I have never heard of, which is kind of exhilarating, actually. I kind of like not knowing anything about some of these cars. One thing that was, it's certainly fun about other Gran Turismo games where you're like, oh, I finally get to have the Supra, and I get to have, the Alteza, and I get to drive, like a fucking Skyline or whatever. But there's like this cool level of seeing these cars that I've never seen. I've never heard of an Atenza, or I didn't know that Scirocco's even still existed. And so it's really cool seeing these brand new cars that I've never seen, that I get to finally experience them, even though, obviously, like this right here, this Megane Grade 4, I've never heard of that shit either, and it's cool, So, it's like the game is just, it's teaching you some brand new stuff. Maybe these cars were in, some of the other Gran Turismo games I haven't played, because I haven't played 5 or 6, I believe it was. I haven't played either of those two yet, so these were probably in there and I just don't know it, and so I'm just gushing over it because it's the first time I'm seeing them. But I think it's really cool. I'm really enjoying that they're not just, rehashing the same cars that we've seen over and over again. That track design looks kind of like a gun, or maybe kind of like a weird distorted whale, or maybe an incredibly malformed penis with, two completely separate sized balls and a weird, like, bulging dick. It could be any one of those things. Who knows? Who's to know? It's something that, it's going to be very similar to a Tootsie Pop. And we're never really going to know how many licks it takes to get to the center of it. Probably never going to know what inspired the design of that track, whether it was balls, a whale, or a dick. Or a gun. Who knows? Could be any of those things. We have a very large excess of money, and I feel like we should probably do something with that at some point. I think once we're done doing some of these driving tests, we'll move on to going out and actually buying a vehicle, because I kind of really want to do that. Ooh. I've always liked these Mustangs. However, I do not appreciate this color scheme whatsoever. For multiple reasons. I've just never really been a big fan of orange, but we really got to go with the Boise State Broncos orange and blue, huh? Which, hey, I'm an Oregon Ducks fan, as you can see it, as I'm blatantly wearing it all over myself. That is all we needed. And Oregon's actually playing their bowl game against Boise State here in, like, a week or so. So, I harbor hate for you at this very moment. Otherwise, I really don't care too much about Boise State. Other than the time back in 2009 when an Oregon football player totally punched a Boise State player directly in his face. And it was both hilarious and highly unnecessary. So, the game was over, Oregon lost, and a couple of the players on Boise State's team decided that they were going to, walk up and talk shit, which to a certain point you reserve the right to do that because you won the damn game, but I'm almost positive that they said something like racially inclined, because LeGarrette Blount's not exactly like a super high-strung dude, as I've talked to him before, so I'm almost positive they said some pretty fucked up stuff, and then they kind of, they walked away, because, most people, if they're going to say bullshit, they just say it and then they walk away, instead of just owning up to it and finishing off the conversation. So they do that, and he just, as they're walking away, he walks up to the guy, and he just fucking socked him right in the jaw and dropped him like a sack of rocks. And then he got suspended for like the next 10 games. Came back in the Oregon State Civil War game. He came in the third quarter and scored a touchdown on like his first carry. And then they went to the Rose Bowl and beat Wisconsin. And that was a fantastic day in my life. Okay, I should actually stop. Yep, they were telling me that. I did not heed their call at all. I was looking at that, I was like, they're telling me to brake right now. It doesn't seem like an appropriate time to brake, so I'm not going to do it. And then I probably should have listened to reason there. So, here. Alright. Well, that was a long stop. 11, 12, hi-yah! Nice. For some reason, I thought that I stopped way too early, and there was no way we were getting gold on that. But I guess Bugattis just have really, I don't know. I think it took a really long time to brake. That must be a heavy-ass car. But who knows? That thing kind of reminded me a little bit of like a Dodge Viper when it slows down. It's going so damn fast, and it's so heavy so it doesn't slow down quickly. Okay, we got a couple more, and then we will be, let's see, apply the brakes firmly all at once. Well, as far as I know, I've never applied brakes individually. I don't remember saying, hey, computer, could you please apply the brakes for these two things and none of the rest of it, if that's alright? I only feel like maybe using the brakes on one tire for this turn, if that's alright. The Autodrome Lago Maggiore. Or, in the supremely white way of saying it, the Autodromi Lago Maggiore. Okay, where? Oh, right here. Damn, dude, this thing's got some mad curve. Oh, boy. I think we're going to get docked on that one. You're not allowed to hit the cones. Or, yes, you are. If you want to hit a fucking cone, you can hit a fucking cone, and they're not going to be mad about it. They're like, fuck it, man, it's just a cone. They were cones! It's not like they have, you know, emotions or families or anything. You're not going to go home to the Coneheads' home, even though it's a really good movie, actually. And be like, well, ma'am, I regret to inform you that Tim Cone died this morning during a tragic driving school accident. Ooh, a Jaguar F-Type before. During a tragic driving school accident where a car brutally ran him over going about 140 miles an hour. Probably. Maybe. I wasn't looking. I just saw that when it was all over, he was crunched. So, hope you guys weren't planning on taking that trip to France at any time soon, because I don't think he's going to make it. You might want to call up a family friend, see if they want to use that ticket. Because you're well past the point of being able to get a refund for it. Here we go. Reduce speed before entering a corner, test 4. I think the guy that did naming conventions for those tests was probably not available that day. Okay, this... Oh, no, we're still good. We're still good. Oh, damn it. I kind of gave up on that a little bit. I probably shouldn't have done that. I thought that when our two tires went out that it was going to call it for us, but... And so I sort of gave up on it, but when I realized I didn't do that, I was like, well, we should probably go again. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard? That's the name of a band? I didn't see the name of the song, but King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. That's Evil Death Roll. That's awesome. That actually makes me kind of happy that that's a thing that exists. I think we went out of bounds. So, don't think that one's going to work out there. Oh my god, they gave it to us. Man, their rules are a little lax, aren't they? I mean, we just went straight up 4 tires outside, which sounds like a name of like a weird indie band. Welcome all 38 of you to this dive bar here in the middle of town. We are 4 tires outside. Maybe. I don't know. Nobody said it had to be good. I mean, let's be honest, a lot of indie band names are pretty shitty. A lot of mainstream bands' names are pretty shitty. Like Hoobastank. I'll never know. I'll never understand anything about what that was about. And we get this. Cleared. You've received a gift card. What are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? Give me something good. Oh, it looks good. It looks good. It's kind of tight. A Toyota Cipher Racing Concept 2016. I like it. I don't know if I like the front of it. I think that's the part that's kind of bugging me a little bit here. Milestone achieved. 25% of driving school. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Cool. Okay, so with that, let's let's go check some stuff out here. We have things. We have things that we can do. Do I have any bonuses here? No bonuses to claim, but let's go to home. Let's go to the garage area, as I would like to see our... This is our new set of cars. Now, oh, I forgot we got this Vantage. Sick. Okay. Yeah, we got this Fittipaldi that I've never heard of before. We got this Concept XR Fev Evolution, which is super tight looking, by the way. I'm all in with that. Its acceleration is fantastic, too. I kind of want to equip that. That's a really sick car. Yeah, we're gonna do that. That's gonna be our one. And then let's get in here. Let's see if we can level up some stuff, if that is okay. Can we level up anything right now? Is that something that's possible, or are we not allowed to do that? Doesn't appear that we can. So I think this car is just ready to go already. Yeah, max power 502, so I'm assuming that maybe we've already done that. Can we level up anywhere? It doesn't look like it. So maybe they're just reserving those things for other cars that are probably not like racing ready. Whoa, look at that thing. What kind of car is this? Dude, that thing is bonkers looking. Holy shit. Okay, let's go to Brand Central. I want to purchase a vehicle before we call this video finished. So what do you say? Do we go to America, Europe, or Asia Pacific? Okay, let's do a coin toss, or in this case, a memory card toss, to choose between America and Europe. We'll do Forest Law as America, and then the back as Europe. So here we go. We're going... Okay, so Europe. Now it's between Europe and Asia Pacific. So Forest Law is Europe, back is Asia Pacific. Ah, Europe wins both times. I was gonna try to concoct some weird bullshit mechanic for trying to have like a final round, but Europe won twice. That's got to mean something. So who are we gonna do? I did not know that McLaren was a United Kingdom manufacturer. I first thought for some reason that was gonna be like a United States thing. Okay, so who do we go to? What the heck? Ooh, Zagato. That's interesting. I've never heard of this manufacturer before. What do they have? Damn! Dude, that car's nuts! Cool. Alpine. Then I let the Alpine blaze. Got a BMW. Or an Audi. We already have an Audi, though, don't we? I think we already have one of those. Got a showroom. We got the Audi Tits Coupe. We got the Tit Cup. Ooh. Fuck. God, that car is just really nice looking. Let's see, we got the... Oh! I don't like the look of that at all. Not a fan. Oh my god, those things are expensive. I just realized the price of these. The TT Cup is pretty nice, though. I think we'll pass on it for right now. Okay, let's go to BMW. I got a soft spot in my heart for BMWs, man. So let's go to the showroom. Definitely not gonna get an i3. That thing just sucks ass. We could get the Z4 though. Yep, those things. Oh, what about this? Oh my god. Yep. All right, you talked me into it. You talked me into it. I don't even care. You just talked me into it. I'm gonna buy it. You can't not buy that. Oh my god. Oh, that's gorgeous. Walking Horse Motorsport. Studio scenes, car info. Purchasing. We have purchased our first vehicle. Kablam. Thank you very much. My first car. I remember my first beer. Alright, guys. Well, that's fucking exciting. I can't wait to use it. Oh, look at that. Damn. That was really cool and cinematic. I'm getting into that right now. I will. Thank you very much. Alright guys, we're going to stop right here. When we come back on the next installment of Let's Play Gran Turismo Sport, we are going to, well, we still have some more campaign things to do. I'm having a fun time with these two things. Circuit experience still kind of a thorn in my cock, but we'll figure that out for another time. So until then, my friends, this is your host, LovelyCheesePizza, saying thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care, everybody.